This episode is best listened to on loudspeakers with a subwoofer or some really good headphones. If you can't hear this, you probably also won't hear most of what's going on in this episode. Welcome to the audio laboratory. Do your kicks sound weak and puny, like this cowbell? Does your bass drum need assistance, a bit more sub? Or even some oomph? Well, I believe we have just the thing for you. Let's take a look at this in the digital audio workstation. Here we have a simple kick track. Every time one of these kicks plays, we want there to be a sub bass accompanying it. So, let's first create that sub bass on a separate track. We'll use a simple tone generator. This continuously outputs one single tone at a frequency of our choosing. Let's not go below 80 Hz just yet, so we can clearly hear what's going on. We're using a sine wave because at very low frequencies, this translates best to the subwoofer membrane. It gives you a very clean bass. Okay, this gets on your nerves real quick, so we need to find a way to make this tone audible only whenever a kick is played. So, let's put a gate on the sine tone. I'll raise the threshold so the gate closes, and I'll route the kick into the sidechain input of the gate. Set the send to pre-fader if you want to stay independent of the kick track's volume fader. Now the gate listens to the kick track. We just need to adjust the threshold so the gate catches the kick drum hits. See, the gate opens up to let the sine tone through only when it hears a kick drum. Easy as that. The sub now piggybacks onto the kicks. We can now use the gate's attack, hold and release to shape the sub bass. Let's listen to that in isolation. And don't forget to tune the sub frequency so it fits in well with the other instruments. If a plain sine wave is too vanilla for you, there are ways to add some flavor, for example with distortion, saturation, or wave shaping. If the original kick and the sub get in each other's way, you can try to cut away some of the low frequencies of the original kick with a high-pass filter. Depending on the kick, it can also help to adjust the attack of the sub so it doesn't start right away, but sets in a tiny bit later. Of course, there are also plugins that do all the work for you. This one generates a sub bass frequency, sidechains it, and filters the original signal. Convenient, but now you know how to do it yourself. A pretty neat trick, isn't it? I'll admit that it's very tempting to overdo it though, so remember that too much bass also creates its own share of problems when mixing. But more on that on another flashcard. That's it for this one. Don't hesitate to leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe and ring the bell.
Bunny.